So welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So if you're new here, my name is Mills and I share content about travel and lifestyle. So this vlog is a Tulum, Mexico vlog, and it's a continuation of the previous vlog that was about Cancun. So we took a 2-hour Edo bus from Cancun to Tulum, and so this bus was $30 per person, and the moment we got to Tulum we were quite hungry, so we had something to eat at a nice place called Bagarito. It was very delicious food, and all of it was about $39. So after having the delicious food, we were able to check into our Airbnb for the next about 7 days. So the Airbnb was amazing. I really liked it because it was located in downtown Tulum, and it was only about 10 minutes walk from the main street in Tulum, which I really liked. So one of my favorite features about the Airbnb was the swimming pool. It also had a very nice hangout area, the rooftops, the Wi-Fi was very fast, it had great air conditioning because it was very tropical and hot, so it was good to have that. I also liked that the apartment really felt safe and quiet, so I would highly recommend it, let's say for like solo travelers, couples, even digital nomads. Yeah, so after checking into the Airbnb, unpacking, relaxing, later on in the evening we were able to just take a quick walk to a nearby hangout called Zibak, where we had some delicious margaritas. So the next day we woke up bright and early, well rested, to explore Tulum. So the first place we went to was the SFER IK Museum. So this museum is actually quite interesting. So it's like an immersive contemporary art museum. So it was made by the founders of AZULIK, and it's less like these traditional museums where like there are paintings and art. No, it's more like of an immersive experience, and then you're able to, it's a barefoot experience also, so keep that in mind. And so you'll be asked to leave your shoes at the entrance when you're entering, so that you can feel like the bamboo floors and just, you know, bask in the whole nature experience. It's very beautiful. It's an organic kind of architecture going on, so the trees are actually growing like through the building and then connecting to the jungle outside, so it's quite beautiful. Of course, you're not able to capture as much in terms of how the feel is, but then yeah, I tried to get a few videos here and there. So I also like that it has changing exhibitions, right? So just because you see this setup right now doesn't mean that's what it's going to be when you next visit it, because they keep on changing it, right? So these museums are actually two of them. They are sister museums. There's the SFER IK Tulum, where I went to first, and then the second one, this one that I took a Didi to go to next, is called the SFER IK Umei. So this one is about 30 minutes from the first one I went to, but they are more of like a similar vibe. So if you see one, the other one is heavily discounted. So if you have the time, you may as well just, you know, knock the both of them out and be able to enjoy it. So we took public transportation. And one thing I will advise you is make sure you download the offline version of Google Translate, because there's going to be times when you don't have access to internet and you still need to communicate because it's a Spanish-speaking country. And so yeah, that really came in handy. And then at some point we're able to take like a Didi. We're able to take like a smaller tuk-tuk kind of car, because the major transportation doesn't take you until the entrance of the museum, because there's like a Maram road that has to branch inwards. So it was interesting just exploring and, you know, seeing how the locals travel, taking their public transportation. That was such a fun experience, and yeah, we're able to really enjoy that. So once you get to SFER IK Umei, it's much larger and it's way more ambitious, like in terms of the architecture, what they did with it. They were able to really push it through because it's a way bigger space, and so they were able to do more. So it's basically located in a small village of San Francisco Umei, and then it's like 30 minutes or 40 minutes off of Tulum, so you have to be, you know, comfortable going that far, especially if you're not in a hurry. So the museum is part of the broader AZULIK's arts project, right? It's combined with temporary art, architecture, education and environmental design into just one destination. So I really like being here now. One thing to keep in mind is the artwork. It explores certain themes, right? Like humanity's relationship with nature, the indigenous knowledge, as well as like, you know, the ecosystem, sustainability, spirituality. It's just a very, you know, it's a very nice place, and it's one of the most Instagrammable places that you can go to in Tulum. So I highly recommend that if you have the time for it, please go ahead and do it. So that previous experience took about half a day. So when we came back, we were quite tired. We slept in, relaxed a little bit, and then took a nearby walk to one of the more local Mexican restaurants around the Airbnb. So this one was fun. I liked the fact that they had the soda like the ones back home in Uganda. Also the food, I really like Mexican food. I feel like we have more in common as Africans with Mexican food, as well as Brazilian food, Cuban food. So it reminds me so much of home, and so we're able to really enjoy the food over here. Now the following day was actually 25th of December 2025, so it was quite exciting. We had made an earlier reservation to have some lunch at a beautiful boutique hotel. It's called Nido Restaurant. And then yeah, it was nice. So I like the fact that there were not as many people. It was a private experience, and we really wanted somewhere intimate where we could just sit, talk, you know, take in the experience. Because I hadn't shared Christmas with my sister in quite some time, I think in over 6 years. So it was quite special for us to be able to have Christmas together, just talk, laugh, you know, have a good time, put on Christmas colors, take some pictures, take some videos. It was quite a fun time, and the food was also delicious. It was different from the kind of food we're used to. However, it was delicious, and I'm glad we kind of tried something different and still appreciated it. But yeah, that was our Christmas day. Yeah, so the next day we headed to one of Tulum's most iconic landmarks. It's called the Ahua Tulum Sculpture Park. So this is a very fun experience, and it's because so many people take pictures at this park, and so it's one of the places that when you come to Tulum, you definitely want to check it out. So this was $6 per person for entrance, and it opens from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So just like any other tourist spot, you want to come here as early as possible if you want to kind of get some content without people being all over you. And so that's what we're able to do, right? So this is home to like some of the most breathtaking art. So there's a particular piece of art that is very popular in this spot. Yeah, it's called Vena la Luz, which basically translates into come into the light. And then again, it's one of the sculptures that was set up by Daniel Popper, a South African artist, very talented artist. And so there's this huge sculpture that is over 30 feet tall. It's a sculpture that represents, of course, the connection between humanity and nature. And so it's a woman's chest like opening and revealing like lush, you know, greenery and like trees inside. So it's so popular. People really love to take pictures here. And so for the price of it and how accessible it is, it's one of the places where you just want to come and get it over with, right? In this park, what began as a single artwork, of course, has translated and become like a destination for art, because so many artists' work is displayed in this place. We see them, you're able to like walk through the park, see the different kinds of inspiration. And also, if you're kind of person who appreciates photography, this is one of the spots that you definitely want to hit when you come to Tulum. The only piece of advice I would say is try and put on something plain colored, because it's quite busy here. So you may end up being lost if you put on something that is already busy. It was fun experiencing it, and I'm glad we're able to knock it out. Hey guys, so doing a quick check-in from Ahua Park. So Ahua Park is one of the popular spots that people check into when they come to visit Tulum. So one of the fun things to do down here is it's a park, so there's a lot of like nature, and this particular park we are at, there's this very beautiful mural that people come and take pictures at. I'll insert the clip. So This particular art is set up by a South African contemporary artist actually. His name is Daniel Popper, and he's known for doing like this nature infused like with sculptures kind of art, which is very, very rich, especially for a place like Tulum, because it's like a beach town. There's a lot of nature here, a lot of like rustic designs, and it's so interesting to see that it could take someone all the way from South Africa to be able to, to come and set up this art. So of course, as an African, I was super proud, and we had to come here and check it out. It's been super amazing. But one thing for sure, you have to keep in mind to come as early as possible, as usual, if you don't want to make a long queue. Because right now, this park opens actually at 9 a.m. in the morning. It's about 9:50, and already there's like a long queue of people. So we're here right when it was opening, and we're able to take like as many pictures and photos and videos and everything that we wanted to, without people being on our bumper like, oh, hurry up, because there's a long queue, so you can't take so much time doing the most. But yeah, otherwise it's been an interesting experience. And one thing for sure, when you want to come and have a good time at this place, just keep in mind the fact that it's a very busy place inside there, so I'd recommend you come dressed in solid colors, because yeah, that's when the art is going to pop. Because if your dress is like busy and you have like all these designs and multicolors going on, when you stand in front of like that mirror, you're going to get lost in it. So I recommend like light colors, and also like solid colors. But otherwise, bye. Yeah, so sometime later on that day, we're able to go into Häagen-Dazs and just kind of, have some ice cream and relax a bit. So this Häagen-Dazs, I found very fascinating because it has that Tulum vibe going on. It's very like bamboo, rustic kind of vibe, which is quite interesting, because even if it's a franchise with different branches all over the world, you can see that the franchises here, they try to customize it to bring like that vibe, which I thought was, very interesting. So one thing also that you have to keep in mind when you come into Tulum is don't forget your bug spray, because there are quite a number of mosquitoes, especially if you're going to be sitting outside and in the evening, because Tulum is more like a beach town. There's so much activity, but it's because it's not far from the beach, there's a lot of like, bugs, so you want to be able to take care of that. Hey guys, just doing a touch-in from a very beautiful boutique hotel called Sana Tulum. It's absolutely amazing. It's kind of like Morocco, Marrakesh inspired, and that's why you see like a lot of like, the decor going on here. So it has a beautiful beach club that's attached to it that wanted to chill out, eat some food, relax and have a good time. But unfortunately it's drizzling, it's raining, and so the weather is not the best. So we have just decided to maybe just grab some hot drinks, cappuccinos, some coffees, and just spend some time here, taking it all in. It's a very nice spot actually that people come to like sit and work at, like people who are nomads, like doing the whole nomad lifestyle. They love this place because it's a little bit quiet and secluded. So you're able to like, have the time and the space to do like your own thing privately, and all that fun stuff. So we're looking forward to just, chilling here, having a good time, and just relaxing, like, taking, the whole trip slowly, like day by day. I really like that we have so many days here, because we are not able to like pack every day with so many activities. Like we are just able to take it slow, like, 2 activities or 1 activity a day, or some days we're just relaxing, going to like local hangouts, walking around the neighborhoods, just, immersing ourselves like in the culture, the food, the Mexican delicacies and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's been amazing. Ciao. Guys, it's been such an amazing experience here at this Sana Tulum. It's such a beautiful boutique hotel. It's Moroccan inspired and it's a unique experience. We had such delicious drinks here. And it just got me thinking how some people say they don't like to travel, they are so content, they want to stay in one place, and I honestly don't get it. I don't get it. There are so many beautiful places to see in this world. There's so many delicious foods to taste. There's so many interesting cultures to experience, and I just don't get how some people are so content staying where they're staying and not being challenged, not being curious enough to see the world for themselves. So I just hope videos like this inspire you guys to step outside your comfort zone and try to experience things that are outside your regular routine and the regular things you're exposed to. And when it comes to travel, it's not always supposed to be like a different country. It could literally be like a different city, a different state. Just try to get out of your usual routine. It does something for your mind. It's so amazing. I can't even put it into words. Guys, the world is beautiful and it's waiting for you to see. There are places waiting for you to explore it, and I don't know. Yes, I can try and put snippets here and there of the places I go to, but ultimately, you just have to see these places for yourself. You know what I mean? You just have to experience them for yourself, because I cannot capture the feeling, the breeze, the interactions with the amazing people here, how delicious the food tastes. I can't capture all that in a video, so I just hope these videos inspire you guys to step outside your comfort zone, try something different, and just try to live life on your own terms. You know what I mean? Don't let life happen to you. You should happen to life, you know? So I mentioned earlier on how our Airbnb was just a 10 minutes walk from the Tulum main street. So the main street is very busy. There's so much stuff going on there. It's like the busiest street ever in Tulum. So you kind of want to get your accommodation close to either the main street, or if you like the beach vibe, you want to get your accommodation closer to the beaches. Yeah, so for this time, and the main street has so much stuff going on. It has shopping centers, it has places you can buy souvenirs from, it has restaurants, bars. Also, it's where the buses are going to put you at. There's a bus station right at the main street. So we're able to just go into one of the hangouts there one of the evenings to relax and yeah, have a couple of drinks. I actually like the vibe of this bar. It reminded me a bit of like Kampala, like, you know, Bandali Rise, or like, you know, maybe like Casablanca, or like one of those places, Thrones. It had that vibe, so it made me so happy. We're able to relax a bit. There was really good music. They were playing some good reggaeton, some Afro beats. I was like, you know, I was feeling myself having a good time. So I highly recommend this place. It's called the M in Tulum. So if you ever come into Tulum, make sure you check it out. So the next day we headed to ATIK Park, right? So ATIK Park is very different from Ahua Park because it's more like of a jungle adventure kind of like, you know, park. It's combining like art installations, cenote swimming, the nature experiences, and it's also located just about 10 minutes from downtown Tulum, which was very affordable for us. So for this place, the admission fee here, the entrance is $55, but that money includes so much stuff. It includes like the park, able to see like the art installations, swimming in the cenote. There's even a kayak there if you want that. There's also access to like lockers, the showers, life jackets, and then even some rest areas. So because it's a place that doesn't necessarily sell food, carry your own food, your drinks, and then you spend some time. They have like hangout places that look like picnic spots, right? Because it's one of the places whereby you can't just come and go so fast. It's like an all immersive experience. So you're going to either spend half a day or even more than that over there. There's so much to see, there's so much area to walk, and I really appreciated it. So one of the things you should get ready to see here is of course the jungle paths with the art installations. You're going to see the skulls and art exhibitions. Then there is a very popular art called the Last Human on Earth installation, although it was I think an extra fee, but we're able to see that. We paid for that. And also the cenote experience, and this one is more like of a curated artificial cenote. It's not one of those natural ones that maybe, you know, you could maybe have like animals down there or like some reptiles. This is kind of like guided, so I really like that too. And then also like here I expect to have like the kayaks, as I said, relaxing areas, then photo opportunities throughout the park. However, they don't, I think you have to pay extra if you want to bring in your camera. So this is when if you have like a big DSLR, you'll be required to either pay more for that because it's like a professional shoot. But generally speaking, it was such a lovely place. I enjoyed the experience. It was beautiful. We're able to just slow down, take it all in, enjoy everything it came with, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Also, you want to keep in mind the times that you travel to Tulum. If you want to get like good weather when it's warm and the beaches are clean, make sure you travel around the time between, I think, April and December. If I'm not mistaken, that's the best time to travel. So because we were in Tulum around Christmas time, it was interesting to see how the city had been transformed to kind of fit the Christmas theme, right? Because Mexico is heavily Catholic, and so we're able to see so many of the sculptures had been set up just in the main streets, and people were just, hanging out. There was a lot of Christmas decorations, a lot of like Christmas spirits. Like there's a lot of people selling like Christmas themed clothes, and generally people were nice. The spirit was good. The Christmas trees were all over the place. I thought it was quite interesting, so I was able to capture some of this and be able to share what Tulum could look like around the Christmas time, in case you ever plan to go around that that time in the year. And yeah, after all those days in Tulum, it was time to finally head back. All good things must come to an end. It was generally a very fun experience. Tulum and Cancun are one of the places you just want to knock out as soon as possible, and I highly recommend them. Bye.